Wargaming Recon is already in the chat. Here we are. It is Monday. We are on episode 33 of Trollord Games Castle Keeper's Guide. And the person that actually got into the stream earlier than Jack and I got into the stream, Wargaming Recon himself. Hi Wargaming, how are you?
Hello.
Alright, so quick shout out to all of my Patreons. I guess it's just patrons, right? I keep saying Patreons. All my patrons on Patreon and for my Twitch subscribers. All of you, massive love to every single one of you. Without your support, I'm not sure much of this would be going on. So, thank you very much. We are, of course, continuing our work on the Castle Keeper's Guide tonight. Specifically, I'm going to be drawing crenellations, and a lot of them. So I think this is a perfect time for Jack to join us. We're just going to talk all things geeky and nerdy while I'm drawing little bumpy things on this map right here. And I think my objective is to get close to this being done by close of business tomorrow. It won't be completed, I don't think. And Princess Strega was here, and Brian McWoods was here. And you know what, Princess? I will drink to you, young lady. And of course, Wargaming Recon did a Bee-Boozled. We'll get to that in a moment. Jack, what are we going to talk about tonight, my darling?
Well, I guess whatever we damn well feel like. That's what I say. I do see Wargaming was throwing a question at me already right off the bat. It was asking if I've seen Clerks, the animated series. I don't know if you are aware that the Clerks had an animated series, Alyssa, but
no,
it did.
I wasn't.
It came out, I think, like in 2000, I think. Yes, I have seen it, Wargaming. Of course, it's been, I don't know, 18, 19 years since I've seen it. So I remember it being pretty entertaining for what it was, you know. I wouldn't say it was bad, but I if someone wasn't sold on Kevin Smith already, I don't think it would sway them. But it was okay. It was okay.
I'm not even sure I've seen the film.
You haven't seen Clerks? Oh, indeed.
No, I don't think I have.
Is Kevin Smith up there for you? Like, do you enjoy his movies at all?
Yes, I think I do.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we obviously had spoken about Chasing Amy a couple weeks ago and how that one was so good. He's also did Mallrats, which is pretty good in my opinion.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, he did Clerks first, and then he did Mallrats, and then he did Chasing Amy, and then he did Dogma, right? Am I getting that right so far, everybody? And then in the View Askew universe, after Dogma, did Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back come next, and then Clerks 2 was after that. I don't think I'm missing any, am I? Hello, Alex Vixen.
Hey, Alex Vixen. Hello.
That kid is back on the escalator again. Yeah. Is Jersey Girl part? I didn't think the Jersey Girl was part of the View Askew universe. I thought that was like a side thing. I don't know if Jay and Silent Bob show up in Jersey Girl, because I think they're the ones who deem whether or not the movie is a View Askew or not. Let's see.
View Askew? What does that mean?
A View Askew is the production company, I believe. I think that's the name of the company. Yeah, the View Askew-averse. So View Askew Productions, and I think it's headed by Scott Mosier, which is a good friend of Kevin Smith, who's been like his producer forever. Yeah, there you go. View Askew Productions founders Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier. Yeah, so it's the their production studio that did all their stuff. So. Oh yeah, the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I actually haven't seen that one. Well, there's a question for you, because Kevin Smith is obviously kind of in pop culture. You know, he's done, you know, a lot of stuff that a lot of people in our spheres seem to enjoy for the most part. I mean, you know, Pex pointed out that his stuff was kind of hit or miss for him. But, you know, it seems like, and, you know, he's obviously really into comics, and he's really into the nerd space. You know, he did the, you know, show Comic Book Men and all that kind of stuff. Is there something or someone that is in pop culture that is lauded by everybody that you're kind of like, their thing is not, that is not my thing?
What, like Buffy?
Yes, like for you, even though I do think that you say that just to piss people off, because I think admittedly you said you've never seen any of it.
No,
so you saying you don't like it is totally you just wanting to rub people the wrong way.
No, it's not me wanting to rub people the wrong way. I just decided, and I do tend to do this, I just decided I didn't like it based off on nothing. But I do that. It's like I'll look at like a DVD cover, or back then like a Betamax cover, or whatever it was, and I'll go, yeah, I don't like it. You know, and it just, and that was it. Not trying to be a dick.
No, gotcha.
Princess Buffy is too scary for you.
Oh, indeed. Even though it was, you know, it was campy and comedy-like. It was. You have said that you're not a big fan of horror stuff.
And Princess has got Game of Thrones, so there's a good one.
Not a fan of Game of Thrones that everybody was on. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why Joss is there's this anti-Whedon thing. He's he cheated on his wife with, like, you know, and he was just crappy about his marriage. I mean, so many people do. I'm not approving of that. I'm not saying like, oh, they should like let him off the look. He's a total like, not cool for cheating on his wife, but completely writing off his work because he's an adulterer. I mean, that's like, if he like beat his wife, it like, and they have it like, you know, and you know, there was a whole big thing about it, then it'd be like, okay, I don't know if I want to support the work of somebody who physically abuses, you know, his spouse, you know, or if he, you know, God forbid, did something like, you know, not cool with, you know, oh, did John Lennon beat women? Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that either.
Brian McWhorter saying that, I've actually never heard that before, like, ever. Alex Vixen saying that Avatar: The Last Airbender was not for them. I actually just recently binged all of Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, the follow-up series. I had never seen them before. Avatar: The Last Airbender, very much a kid show. It was very much intended for a younger audience. Legend of Korra, though, is supposed to be like, now that younger audience is now grown up and is maybe in their teens or in their young, you know, or in their young adultness, and it's definitely way better. I agree with you, Strega. Korra was way better.
I'm gonna throw out Black Panther.
Okay.
The movie. It didn't do anything for me. It's kind of way down there my list of likes out of the universe, you know.
Okay. Yeah, it was definitely I enjoyed like the first half of the movie, I think. And then the second half I was just kind of like meh on. I don't understand why everybody was saying it was like the best. I mean, I understand that for African American and people of color, it was great to have someone be a representative. That's awesome. I love that. But
I 100% agree with that. I think it's absolutely fantastic. But as a movie,
Yeah, I agree. There should be more representation, and there should be more people of color, and all types of inclusion of all kinds in modern pop culture. But that being said, yeah, the film, it was like, it's all right. It was kind of like the Captain Marvel movie as well, sadly. You know, I was all for having a female protagonist be on screen, and the movie I just thought was meh. Like, it wasn't bad, but it didn't blow my socks off or anything. Strega, I have seen Gargoyles. It was, again, probably about 20 years ago. So I remember enjoying it, but I don't really remember much about it. I know it has a pretty heavy following. Peck's coming in saying the Vampire Diaries is not a thing for him.
I don't think I've seen that.
I don't think I've seen that one either. Oh, Alex Dixon, you had a problem with one of the characters with Avatar? Okay, gotcha. And Wargaming coming in with Dark Knight was good, but not as good as that individual. Okay, so your opinion on Dark Knight is not as good as people say it is for you. Okay.
I think that's one of the things, though, isn't it? It's like, I think if people hype something up to a huge degree, there comes a point where, can this film actually now live up to the hype?
Right.
And so you go in and if you're disappointed because it doesn't live up to the hype, it can still be a half decent movie, but you can't. Your impression of it is negative because you walk out going, "Isn't that good?"
Right. Yeah, it is always one of those things where it's hard to. It's always hard to, temper your expectations, especially when there's like people that hey, we like the same things. I like these things, and I know you like these things too. So when you say this is the best thing ever, I'm gonna go, well, hey, we like the same thing, so this is gonna be great. And then you watch it and you go, oh wow, that was not that good. It's like, because of that hype. Yeah. People bringing up Pex brought up 90s cartoons were the best cartoons. Then people started bringing up Tailspin and DuckTales and Darkwing Duck.
I was more of a Danger Mouse era and Hong Kong Phooey.
Most of my life I did not have TV. Not until I was an adult did I have to go back and seek things that I missed. Or when I was younger, if I was at a friend's house and I was able to while I was visiting them, watch some television. So there's actually a lot of stuff that I missed. Wacky Racers.
That name rings a bell, but I actually don't remember anything about it. Sequest, that's another one I don't remember.
I know the name Sequest. I don't know if I couldn't tell you if I've seen it. Bonkers, Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain. Sequest was Star Trek on a submarine. Nice.
Oh, no, hold a minute. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. That was Star Trek in a submarine.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Oh, it went on 4 years, that one. Based on the film of the same name.
Alright, okay, not really different vibe, then forget I even said anything.
I think Princess was responding to Sequest being different. Oh, 110 episodes this Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea had. I've never actually even heard of this.
It was a good show. It was, back in the era, although I think it came later, of, Space 1999 and things like that.
Got ya. Yeah, and in reading this, I think your analogy is right about it being Star Trek. The synopsis here: the crew of the Seaview, the world's first privately owned nuclear submarine, explores oceans and seeks answers to the world problems. They encounter espionage, environmental catastrophes, nuclear doomsday scenarios, and more. And more of their share of undersea monsters. I'm sorry, I started laughing because I was like, wait a minute. All these things, espionage and freaking undersea monsters? You kidding me?
Well, yeah. That's what it's all about. You can't be in a sub without having undersea monsters. I mean, it defeats the purpose.
Dragon Wingsian Talking Dolphin. Where's the Talking Dolphin from? Was it Talking Dolphin in Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea? Jill is having some Discord, or not Discord, Twitch issues, and then I just noticed that Strega said that she's got some latency issues as well. I wonder if Twitch is kind of barfing.
It might be. They definitely have some technology problems, in my humble opinion. I don't think it's anything at our end. God, why am I not drawing this right?
Got you.
Darwin is in Sequest. Darwin is the dolphin.
Gotcha. Yeah.
We'll give Rico and go himself a glass of port. We used to do port a lot back in the day, but we started to really bang on it. Like, we would drink a bottle in an evening each, and it was something way too much. So we kind of just got out of the habit. But we used to be big port drinkers. I've just got a little whiskey here myself.
And I have a grapefruit White Claw with a shot of Mandarin vodka in it.
Dragon Wingsian. If we're talking about weird shows of that era, Lex.
I don't think I've ever seen Lex.
No, I'm not sure I have either.
Let's see. From 97, sci-fi, 4 seasons. What is Lex? A tale of a group of misfits who inadvertently steals the most powerful weapon of destruction in 2 universes, the Lex, an enormous sentient insect genetically modified for space travel and planet-destroying capabilities. Wow. Holy scamoli.
Never heard of it. It's like Farscape, but on a budget of approximately £150.
Which is funny, Dragon, because Farscape didn't seem like it had the biggest of budgets itself. That's funny. That's funny. Aw, 100. it's a po man's Farscape. That's funny.
I've never seen Farscape either.
It's okay. I mean, it's got its fans, just like every little every sci-fi show has its cult followings. I couldn't get through it because it was really hard to let me rephrase. It had some good bits, but it was really hard to binge because the relationship dramas that kept occurring. I mean, if it was spaced out like you're only seeing an episode a week, I could get it. But if you're trying to binge it, it's just like, oh my god, I've literally just spent the last 3 hours hearing these people whinge about each other, it's kind of aggravating. So I eventually like ducked out because I was like, I'm done with this show. It's so like the relationship drama is just killing me over and over and over again. But it was kind of like a Star Trek or a Stargate, you know, one of those kind of shows.
So Jack, we have a redemption of a Jack fact. Do you need a little bit of time to think about that one?
Just something about me, eh? I have had glasses since I was in the 2nd grade. I was camping with my family, and my brother and my older brother and my father were looking at something on the foresty hillside near where we were camping, and I was staring off into this blurry darkness going, "What are you guys talking about?" And they were like, "It's right there." And I'm like, "I don't see it." And they're like, "But it's right there." So I got my eyes checked, and sure enough, I needed glasses. So there we go. I've had them ever since I was a wee lad.
I'll add one to that. I've had castles. Yeah, I've had castles since I was 11. I've had glasses since I was about 11 or 12 years of age. But for me, there were 2 things that happened. One is I was taking a walk with a friend, and she looked at this church down the road and was like reading the sign on the church, and I had no idea that there was even a sign to be read. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing is I would actually, you know, I'd be there like lying on my bedroom floor, I'd be reading a book or something, and the pages would wobble, the ink would wobble in front of me, you know. And so when I told my mom, she's like, "Yeah, let's get you checked out." And I am short-sighted.
No, actually, she didn't want to scare you, but telling you that the creature from beyond was trying to channel its energy through the pages to take over your mind.
And it succeeded.
And Alyssa was never heard from again. So it's funny how you and I were very similar ages. You know, I was about 7 or 8 when I got mine, and you were like 11. The fact that, you know, you got us when we were young.
Another fact, though, about me is my prescription for glasses hasn't changed since that age. So it's like my eyes were, let's say, not awesome. They're not terrible, but they're not awesome. I could do stuff close up. The further away it is, the worse I am. Obviously, I'm myopic. But my eyesight is exactly the same now as it was when I was like 12. It hasn't got any worse, that's kind of cool.
Nice. Mine have there have been times when I've had my eyes checked and they've changed drastically, and then there have been other times where they've just changed slightly. So it really just depends.
Yeah, Miss J's here. Hi, Miss J.
Hello.
Alright, so I actually got now 2 Bean Boozled redemption. So I'm going to actually do that because I'm at a nice stopping point with this map. I'm going to hit save right here. I'm going to grab the Bean Boozled jar. Oh, which has got so many beans in it now. Wargaming Recon wants a dab. Well, you're not getting a dab while I've got beans in my hand. That's not how it works. Now we're going to zoom in, and we're going to do 2 beans. Not 1, 2. Not looking. Well, there's your dab. Not looking. But, see, now I'm getting my hands in the air, I can't actually pull out a bean. So here we go. Here we go. First one. Oh, no. Shit. Hold on. Fuck. I wasn't expecting that. No. Oh, no. That's like... that's literally like I'm licking a cat's ass or something. That tastes horrible. I didn't even know what it is. I don't want to know. Let's get rid of that one. Wargaming, that was yours. Second bean. Here we go. I can't get 2 bads right back to back, can I? Oh shit! I got 2 bads back to back.
What was the second one?
Oh. Oh, that's how I imagine if you collected sweat in the bottom of a jar, took out all of the salt, and then just licked the essence.
Yeah, I think one of the ones in there was dirty socks, I think. So that maybe that's what that is. Or sweaty socks.
I don't like saying this, it's not as bad as the cat's ass, but that's pretty bad. So awesome, thanks guys. There's 2 terrible beans. Appreciate it. That is a nasty ass taste in my mouth. That is some nasty shit. Alright, we're done with that shit. Let's talk about something. I'm going to drink whiskey.
Strega had to bow out because her Wi-Fi issues were atrocious, so she's going to try again tomorrow. Okay. If you can still hear us, Strega, I hope that your Wi-Fi gets better, and we'll definitely see you tomorrow. Well, Alyssa will.
It goes like that though, Twitch. It's like we get people like even like I don't want to use Miss J as an example because Miss J can just have bad connection from time to time. But like when it's bad or it's like it's not playing, it just won't work. Period. It's almost account based. It's kind of weird that way. Princess, we'll get to that in a moment. Jack, next topic.
Oh no! I actually don't have a list at the moment. Hang on. Let's see. So,
God, those beans are still in my mouth. Wargaming, I got your compliment and 2 truths, 1 lie. We will do those in a second. And my objective, by the way, with this is if I want to get all of the crenellations done, then we could start drawing things like the arrow slits, the battlements, you know, all of that jazz. I just want to get this stuff done. If I can get the battlements done this evening, we're on a winner. But it's not going to happen because I just realized that we need to do them here too. That makes me sad. We got a lot of battlements to draw. Jack, over to you. Shit.
Well, I was gonna to comment on. I wanted to ask for clarification. Wargaming Recon asked films to watch for American Thanksgiving, like that are themed around Thanksgiving, or like tradition, like movies that you watch as a tradition on or around Thanksgiving, because those are 2 different things. Because sometimes people watch films at Thanksgiving that don't have nothing to do with Thanksgiving.
And if I was to pick one, I'd do Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
You and Brian McWhirter.
Oh, is that what Brian said?
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good Thanksgiving movie, that one.
Because like my father and stepmother, they always watch on Thanksgiving. They watched a film Like Water for Chocolate, which has nothing to do with Thanksgiving, but that's kind of like their tradition. It's
Water for Chocolate?
Like Water for Chocolate. It's one of their favorite movies, and it's one that they only watch on Thanksgiving.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a it's a Spanish film. Is it Spain Spanish or is it Mexican Spanish? Let me check. It was a Mexican film. Inspired by, it was adapted from a novel of the same name.
Well, talk about films too. There's another one I've not heard of. Mouse on the Mayflower.
I've never heard of that either. Look that up.
Addams Family Values. You know, I will watch Addams Family anytime. I love the Addams Family.
Brian McWhirter saying that they've always watched Rambo: First Blood Part 2.
Oh, that's interesting.
Rankin Bass animated film detailing a mouse traveling on the Mayflower. It's 1968 animated. Okay, yeah, and the Rankin and Bass, they're the ones who did like they like Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and those movies. So it was like
Okay.
part of their thing. I didn't know they did a quote unquote Thanksgiving movie. Well, I guess it would be if coming over on the Mayflower. I guess that's the
Yeah, okay. I see the connection.
there you go. Peck's coming in with Die Hard as a favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, there's so many people that say that's not a Christmas movie, but hey, it's at Christmas time. It counts.
Yeah, and it's definitely one of those things where it's like, if a film takes place, during a holiday, does it make it a quote unquote holiday film for that season? I don't know, but I mean, whoever people can say that Nightmare on Elm Street is their favorite movie to watch at Christmas time. You'd be like, why? You'd be like, it's just a family tradition. I mean, you can't knock people for just enjoying a film that they watch at a certain time. So I do think it's a Christmas movie because it is so Christmassy themed. I now have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. I mean, come on. Yeah, as Peck says, they made a point to mention the holiday, and there are Christmas quotes said by Bruce Willis throughout the film. So, and then Gremlins being a Christmas movie. There you go. Holiday movies. This has suddenly turned into a holiday movies that you might not necessarily think are a holiday movie, but are a holiday movie. So here's the question: Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween movie, Christmas movie, or both? Pretty easily explained that it could be both, or not explained. You pretty easily, can decide that it's a both category because it does have both in it. So there you go, Wargaming. Miss J says in Australia we tend to get Oliver Twist on TV at Christmas every year. Okay.
That was the thing in England too.
The only Oliver Twist anything I've ever seen.
Alex Dixon, help me out with the other British films that come out at Christmas time, because they have the staple ones, and I forget what they are now, but they do it every year.
Yeah, the only Oliver Twist thing that I've ever seen is Oliver, exclamation point, the musical from the, I want to say 70s? When the heck did Oliver come out? I'm so bad with movie dates. I'm trying to get better. 68. A couple years off. Wargaming saying that he's not a fan of Dickens, but for his pedantic details. Okay.
Chitty Bang Bang. There's a classic.
Brian McWhirter, Batman Returns, Christmas movie. Yeah, best Christmas. That's a Christmas movie. Wargaming. What is everybody's favorite Christmas Carol version?
Yeah, I'm not sure that's easy for me to particularly answer. I like Scrooged.
Scrooge, the one with Bill Murray?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one's probably mine. Or my second favorite would be the 1983 Mickey's Christmas Carol. the Disney one, not the remake or there was like another Christmas movie that kind of took over for Disney because it gets, I don't know, I guess because Christmas Carol wasn't good enough, which I don't understand, but yeah. Brian McWhorter, how many tattoos of Edinburgh do you have? Just kidding, please don't beat me.
She'll beat you. Who are you talking to anyway?
Oh, Miss J Maps, we also often get the Edinburgh tattoo on New Year's Eve. I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's actually a thing in England or Britain, and perhaps Miss J or Alex Vixen can better describe it. But it's like this big, huge tradition that is, I want to call it a military parade type thing, but it's not a parade. Someone explain it better than that.
Tattoo
military music event.
Military music event. Military band festival. So it's not Edinburgh tattoo.
It's not a parade.
Yeah, Miss J saying it's a military band festival. Oh, but you're saying Alex Vixen said okay, parade. Gotcha.
Oh shit. Is that the one though at the Edinburgh tattoo where they do the running of the guns with the Navy, you know, and they drag them across an obstacle field? Did they do that at the tattoo?
So why do they call it a tattoo if it's not a tattoo? I don't understand. Maybe does tattoo have more meanings than I am aware of?
Okay, so the gun running is part of it. So Jack, that's the one where I don't know if you've ever seen it, but you got two teams. And I got these old school, like almost Napoleonic long guns with the whole sort of carriage and everything. And they have to get it to the other side of an obstacle course, but it's over walls and over water and shit. And you got this team of guys and I'll break the gun apart and they get up on ropes and they're dragging it all across. And they're like really, 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 really super fast at doing it. Bah.
Okay.
And Alex Vixen is hooking you up with the definition.
The term tattoo derives from the 17th century Dutch phrase "doen tapto," turn off the tap, a signal to tavern owners each night, played by a regiment's corps of drums to turn off the taps of their ale kegs so that the soldiers would retire to their delayed lodgings at a reasonable hour. Yeah, and then Google says pretty much the same thing, an evening drum or bugle signal recalling soldiers to their quarters.
Really? I did not know that.
And then in relation to like the Edinburgh tattoo, it says here that a British definition for tattoo is an entertainment consisting of music, marching, and the performance of displays and exercises by military personnel. And then it specifically gives an example. A visit to Edinburgh during the festival includes a visit to the tattoo. A rhythmic tapping or drumming. She tapped her fingers in a nervous tattoo. So I'm wondering if the term in regards to the art form came about it because of the fact that the tattoo gun or whatever it is, the tattooing device, goes like it's a whole bunch of little tap 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 with the ink, because that's what the ink, I mean, it's like the little, you know, stabbity stab of ink into your skin.
Stabbity stab.
Yeah, you know, tattoo gun goes stabbity stab.
I'll take your word for it.
I don't know if stomp would be considered a tattoo. Maybe. Rhythmic tapping or drumming? Military. Well, it seems like it's definitely more military based. Gotcha. Okay, so the tattoo art form is from a Samoan word. Okay, from tatau. Okay.
Watch this. It's not all military, but it is en masse. Alright, we're watching this together. Royal Edinburgh military tattoo.
Okay. Wow. Welcome to Illicit Faden Cartography's Channel of Learning.
This is what we do. We learn things.
Speaking of tattoo, does anyone here have any tattoos? And Alyssa, I know you don't have any, but if you did, what would you get?
Oh, no, you can't do that because you know that I haven't got a tattoo because I have no idea what I would actually have it of. I love artwork, and there's a lot of artistic pieces out there that I adore a huge amount, but would I want it permanently on my body? No. Even pieces that I've loved my entire life, I'm not sure I'd want them on my body. So I'm not sure I can answer that, you know?
Gotcha.
And if it did do something, it'd probably be more abstract and something like down my back. You know, something more of just an abstract design versus an actual picture of anything. Unless it was one of those where, you know, it looks like the skin's being peeled back and there's something underneath, and I would have Roman armor underneath. But, I mean, I would do it. I would look like a right twat if I did. But
even though you're totally got, you know, no Roman blood in your ancestry.
I've got Roman blood in me. I've got a DNA kit that's proved it.
No, you haven't sent it in. You haven't proved nothing, and that's the reason why you haven't sent it in, because you're scared it's gonna come back saying you're not.
I know. I just forgotten to send it in. I know that it's gonna prove that I have 20th Legion inside me. You can't tell me I'm wrong. What about you, Jack? What would you do a tattoo of?
You know, I don't know. It would probably be more, you know, symbols, that type of thing. I don't think I would ever get a piece of art done on me. I'm actually the ones that are more like scenes or those types of things. You know, that's not the type of thing that I do. Definitely symbols or signs, you know, those types of things I would probably do. I don't know what I would do though.
I love what Alex Vixen just posted. I know a bouncer who has a peeled skin tattoo revealing a Shoggoth skin underneath. That is badass.
That's pretty cool.
That is badass. I think that's part of the problem, by the way, for me. I actually don't feel like I've got a really good imagination for it. I can look at a good tattoo and go, oh, that's kick-ass. But, I can't even think about it. It's a little bit like home decor or home design, you know? I can look at it and go, that's awesome. I can't think about it. Tattoos fall into that camp for me. I'd never think about having a Shoggoth skin underneath, but no, I want one.
And one with a Terminator endoskeleton on her leg and arm. That's pretty sweet too.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Wargaming saying that his dad always said the only names safe to get inked on you are mom, dad, or the names of your kids. Sure. I was going to dispute that, because I was saying that what if you actually have, either don't have any of those things or you have bad feelings associated with those things. But then I actually knew a girl once who actually had a very poor relationship with her father, and she actually had a heart that said "Daddy" tattooed on her, but there was a bullet going through the heart, and it was being stabbed by multiple knives.
Oh shit!
So I was like,
"Oh damn!"
It was one of those. Let me guess, you have issues with your father. Princess is back saying she's closed some tabs. She's hoping that'll help.
Good to see
Hello.
you.
We're talking about tattoos, basically. If you want them, if you've got them, if you don't want them, if you did want them, what would you get? If you do got them, what do you have? That kind of stuff. She wants 2 dragons done as a full back spread. Nice. Oh, and Alex, I apologize. You mentioned that you have some tattoos. What, if you don't mind sharing, what are your tattoos of?
It's like on the left hand, she's got fuck, and on the right hand, you, for which is bouncing. Bow, bow. I would get the Chester Anvil and the Chester Slugger. Real classic like.
Someone's redeeming drinks for you. Do you actually need? Is it time for a top?
It's time.
Okay. Then I shall be back. I was gonna say wargaming. That's exactly where my head went. Love and hate. It's all because it's all about love and hate, baby.
Or just hate. Brian McWhirter would get, he hasn't got any, but he would probably get his Army Regimental Crest. Scottish Clan Crest, Clan Buchanan. Or maybe the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover. Wow, okay. That'd be quite a project.
Princess saying that she'd love to do Celtic runes done in like a bracelet style around her right wrist.
That'd be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. You know, Miss J, you and I are alike in that one. I did have my ears pierced. I used to wear jewellery a lot. I don't now. And yeah, so if I don't even wear jewellery, why would I get like tattoos? I can't commit to a tattoo. Like, there's not any one design that I would go for life, baby. And my mum was the same as yours. We weren't allowed piercings or anything until we were like 18.
Wargaming Recon doing a 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
Let's see. So his 2 truths and a lie. Number 1, I've worn women's clothing on more than one occasion. Number 2, without my glasses, I can only see shadows. And then 3, I wore makeup on my wedding day. Strega is saying true, false, true. Brian is saying, true, true, true.
I did one of those the other day with Alex Vixen. It doesn't work that way, apparently, no matter how much you will it.
And then you say false, true, true. I'm going to agree with both Strega and Miss J. I'm going to go true, false, true.
I have actually not been on fire with these things recently.
Alex jumping in with true, false, true as well. So far you're the, you and Brian are the odd ones out.
Brian, for life, my friend.
Of course, he doesn't agree with you because he says all true.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay.
Oh, he's changing his answer to whatever the right answer is. Good call.
If only we could go through life doing exams like that.
I choose the correct ones.
It's like where they do the A, B, C, D, which one multiple choice, you just circle them all.
Go, yes. I think that's everybody, Brian. Yeah, or not Brian. Sorry, Wargaming. So I was reading Brian's thing again. Oh, and Alex, you'll tell us the tattoo thing in a moment. Cool. So true, false, true.
True, false, true. Okay.
So Wargaming has indeed worn women's clothing on multiple occasions, and did indeed wear makeup on their wedding day, but can see more than just shadows without their glasses.
It's like detailed shadows. It's pixelated shadows. Shadows.
Brian coming in. I knew it.
That's
yeah,
what
you
I
had
was
it right.
Gonna say,
you had it right the whole time. That's funny. With the tattoo thing, if I was like I was saying before, I would do like symbols or that type. Oh, here we go. Alex Vixen coming in with my tattoos are left shoulder, 3 symbols denoting my werewolf tribe, auspice and breed, and a werewolf / icon. Right shoulder has Tito, a squirrel fox from Nausicaa. My back has a 6-strand ivy tattoo that curls around the front, and I have permanent eyeliner.
Okay.
I advise you either don't do this or find someone who's really good and that you trust.
Why? What happened?
And then she says she couldn't see for 3 days.
Oh, shitballs.
So
well, that is right in the bloody eyelids. Holy shit. I believe. Oh, okay, Princess Strega. Okay, we'll do yours, Princess Strega, because then I think Wargaming Recon wanted me to do one.
Okay.
So read out Princesses.
Stregas, 2 truths and a lie. Number 1, without my glasses, I cannot read very well. Okay. Second one, the first time I went out of the country and went to Mexico for a church project, I broke out in hives. Okay, and then the third one is I have visited Old Faithful.
What's Old Faithful?
Isn't that the geyser? Yeah, it is a geyser in Yellowstone.
Ah, right.
I'm gonna go with the crowd. I am going along with the crowd. Look at that. Almost everybody did false, true, true, but Wargaming did the opposite. He did true, true, false. Brian is saying true, false, true. False, true, true. Okay. She can indeed read without her glasses, but you need to have the text close to your face. Yeah. Yeah. That's like me. I'm pretty much blind without my glasses on. But, if I was reading, like, I'm holding my phone up to my face here, like at the distance I would hold a book. I can read my phone. There you go. Yeah. Nice. I have not seen Old Faithful. I have not been to Yellowstone. I've been to quite a few national parks in the U.S. Well, quite a few. I've been to a few, but I've not been to Yellowstone. It is a highly predictable geothermal feature and has erupted every 44 minutes to 2 hours since 2000. Okay.
All right, here's my true, true, false, and I'm actually going to type it into the chat so we can track it, okay?
All right, 2 truths and a lie from Alyssa.
1. And she says holding up 2 fingers. 1. One of my strongest passions in life, and this is a passion themed one. One of my strongest passions in life was to actually scuba dive. But the first time I ever went scuba diving, I sunk to the bottom of the ocean like a rock. We'll call that scuba diving rock. 2. One of my greatest passions for a vocation in life was to become a policewoman. All throughout my life, even up to this day. And I always feel like it was a life that I missed. That it was something I was meant to do. 3. I have, however, had an incredibly successful career ever since I was 14 writing computer games. And I was invited to go to London because I came up with a great computer game idea, and it's that actually got me into computers in the first place. So, computer game designer. Those are my 3.
For someone who wasn't paying attention, it would be one of those things if they come in and see that, they go, scuba diving rock. What the hell is that? All right, so Brian says true, false, true. Strega says false, true, true. And Wargaming says true, true, false. Wow, okay, so we have one of each at the moment.
All over the place right now.
Saying true, false, true. I'm not allowed to participate because
you know the answers to this.
Because I know the answers, yeah. And Miss J says true, false, true.
That's probably everyone, right?
I think so. I think that's everybody who's hanging out with us this evening.
All right, scuba diving, true. I actually really, even right now want to be. I love the idea of scuba diving quite a bit. But my first ever scuba diving event, the guy running the thing basically just looked at everyone trying to judge their weight and therefore their buoyancy, and he gave me. I always remember he said something along the lines of, "Yeah, this is all I've got left," and he tucked it into wherever. And it was too heavy, and I sunk like a freaking stone. And I swear, I spent half of that scuba session literally on the ocean floor on my hands and knees. It was not a great experience, and so I had to work way too hard because I didn't have neutral buoyancy to even just get to the surface. And when I did get to the surface, the weight just wanted me to drag down, and that started to make me really panic. So it was not a great experience. And then, so I have actually always wanted to be a policewoman, and I would say I've got too old for it now, so the passion has started to wane. But I've always wanted to be a policewoman, like with a fiery passion ever since I was about 14 or 16 years of age, to the point of going like on police outward bound courses and doing everything I could to try and get into the police. And yet, ironically, never even applied. Just life took me in a completely different direction, and it was one of those things where I feel it was a missed opportunity. It was maybe there was a former life or something trying to get through into this life. Lastly, the computer designer thing. I did indeed design a computer game when I was like about 14 years of age, and I sent it in to this company, and they wanted me to go to London, but I never went. And it's one of those crossroads in life where I feel like had I gone, my life would have been in a very different direction, and I'd probably be working 80 hours crunch right now, you know, trying to get a computer game ready. So something that I think life certainly put there as one of my opportunities. You know, when you hit certain milestones in life and you can make a decision and it's going to change your life, that was one, and I never went. So that one, no, I have never been a computer game designer. Just wanted to be. Well, and I think Princess 2, the whole policewoman thing, I think that sort of reveals part of, and I'm talking about the true spirit of being a policewoman or a policeman, right? Law enforcement. You want to protect people. You want civilization. You want the community to be stable, prosperous, like good for people to live in, safe. You want people to be safe and happy and feel like they're, protected. And yes, you have to deal with some bad sorts, of course you do, but your job is to protect the other people from those bad sorts and get them away from the rest of society. That is what I wanted to be. That's what I wanted to, do. And that's the crusader in me. That's the paladin in me. And I think it's part of my personality. I definitely feel like I have probably been in some kind of occupation like that in a former life, Or this life failed at it and I will have an opportunity in the next life. Alex Vixen, Jack is coming in with one.
All right, 2 truths and a lie from Alex Vixen. Let's see. Number 1, I cannot swim or even float. Interesting. Number 2, I nearly blinded myself when I was 11 by looking at the sun with a pair of binoculars. And then 3, I'm terrified of spiders. So we've got cannot swim or float, nearly blinded as a child by looking at the sun with binoculars, and then 3, terrified of spiders.
Princess Strecky, you did do falses. Oh, there you go. Oh, this is shaping up. How long have we been streaming? Just an hour. I'm going to finish the crenellations tonight. That would be kind of cool. We might actually finish this castle tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm not sure if Miss J's still around at the moment. That might be everyone.
Yes, she's here. She was mapping it so
Dramatic
that
pause. Yeah, Princess, we need a layer, don't we? And it kind of does a highlight of the message or something, or play some music. I definitely need reminders about the layer I'm drawing on. Gonna hit save.
So Miss J comes in with a false true.
False true true. I think we had a couple of false true trues. Yeah, I did one, Princess did one, Brian did one, Miss J's doing one.
And Wargaming and I are on the true false bandwagon.
Alright.
We will read yours out, Brian, when we get the answers from Alex.
Nice one, Brian. I'm glad you're participating now.
She's probably typing it up.
Yeah, she's fucked off. She's like, yeah, fuck these peeps.
I will never tell you.
One of her true false are, I'd like to go into Twitch channels and leave everyone hanging with a true false. I'm gonna delete some of these perspective lines and everything. In fact, I don't know if we're done with perspective, but I'm gonna delete some perspective lines. She might be indisposed.
Yeah, maybe she was typing it up and then something called her attention away.
She's
oh no, here we go. She's got it. She cannot swim or float.
Oh, okay.
She did indeed look at the sun with a pair of binoculars for less than a second, basically caught the edge of the lenses, and holds up a spider who runs over her desk. I'm absolutely not scared of spiders.
Oh no, that's just gross. No, put that thing down.
Yep. That is Wargaming and I got it right. We did the true false. So
I should always wait until Wargame answers and just like copy him. Like every time.
That's I was gonna say it was one of those things where I was like, I have a sibling who's really into spiders, so it's like, it was one of those things where I was kind of like, there are people who like have tarantulas and like love them to death, and I was kind of like, all right.
Tarantulas I could actually see more than the smaller spiders, and fuck anything in Australia. But for me, I actually didn't have a problem with spiders, and I'm talking about when I was like 6 or 7 or 8 years of age. I was like really young, and I remember it distinctly. And there was a concrete post that was a gateway into our garden in the front of our house. And there was like a hole. There was a hole in the concrete, and there was this big, huge, motherfucking fat spider in the hole. And I was spraying water into the hole. I know, because that's what kids do. And this spider, I swear, just came out like a jump scare. Like he just like, ugh. And I shit myself. I was so scared. I was so scared. He did a jump scare on me. And ever since that moment, I've not had a thing for spiders. It's like, he broke me. He just broke me. And now they kind of give me the creeps. The big ones though, like a big tarantula, I think I'd be okay with. Again, anything Australia doesn't count. Nothing living and breathing in Australia, including the humans, I want anything to do with. That's just bad. They kill you.
Nice. All right, so I'm gonna go up to
Brian's true false.
All right, so here we go. So, true truths and a lie. Number 1, at a convention in the Houston Robert Beltran of Voyager Flame. I don't know what that means. Convention center in Houston. Oh, at a convention center in Houston, Robert Beltran of Voyager fame thought I was cosplaying as Dan Fouts, the Chargers quarterback. Okay. Number 2, I saw a UFO in Afghanistan. And then 3, my go-to karaoke song is What's Up by 4 Non-Blondes.
Jesus.
Now, you were a combat medic in the Army, right? So I'm gonna that one seems like that would be because you were in the Middle East, and so I got to imagine you saw something freaking flying around out there. That makes me think that one's true. The other one seems so specific. The Beltran seems so specific, but at the same time almost too specific. And then I'm now just imagining someone belting out "What's Up" on a karaoke stage. So I'm gonna go false, true.
Miss J, that's funny. That's funny about the frog. I could totally see that. Wargaming Recon, am I just copying you?
He must have done a false, true. Yes, he did. Up earlier, he did a false, true.
I was actually copying the Alex Spectre. No, I'm not copying you. No, I came up with this one on my own. I'm a grown woman.
All right, so Brian says the answer is true, false, which only Miss J got by the looks of it.
Holy shit, true, false, really?
So Beltran did think that he was cosplaying as the Chargers quarterback. He did indeed experience a UFO in Afghanistan, and "What's Up" is not his go-to karaoke song.
Can I, and Princess, I got the question time. We'll definitely do that. Can I get some details, Brian, about the UFO thing, if you're willing to share?
We want a shrubbery.
And I don't even do karaoke. The very thought that someone has a go-to karaoke song is very alien to me.
He does clarify his go-to karaoke song is "People Are Strange" by The Doors.
The glowing purple cone in the sky.
Yeah, it could have been anything, just not ID'd. Yeah, because I guess that's
the whole thing, right?
It's an unidentified flying object. I would assume skybound object. It maybe not necessarily has to be flying. Yes, Alex fixing shutters from karaoke PTSD. Yeah. All right, so you have a book for 1976.
Book for 1976?
Yeah.
Alright. Book 4. What if? 1976.
I'm sure this will be in a conversation piece as well.
1976. Okay, where's my pen? Let's cross this one off. Okay. What? 1976, there we go. What if you could pick someone to host the Oscars? Who would be your choice? So what if you could pick someone to host the Oscars? And with the number of movie fans that we've got in here, this is kind of cool. And who would be your choice? Who would I want to host the Oscars? Oh, you know what? Ron White. He is probably the funniest fucking comedian on the planet. I love the guy to death. I would love to see what he did with the Oscars. Ron White is my answer.
I would say for both Wargaming and Alex, I would say yes. If they're they could be dead or alive. This is a fantasy scenario.
This is a fantasy scenario. It could be anyone.
I would want. Well, I was gonna say I like Gervais, but that's. Or gaming coming in with Robin Williams. Yeah.
Robin Williams would be a good one. That's a good choice.
Marlon's Girl. Hello. Ricky Gervais coming.
Ricky Gervais. Well, he's done it though too, hasn't he? Hasn't he done it?
I think he has. Yeah. I dig him, and I love the fact that he doesn't give two fucks. You know, that's. Strega says John Hughes.
Who's John Hughes?
John Hughes is
stupid.
That's the director who did things like The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, the Brat Pack movies.
Okay.
He's done the Golden Globes 5 times. Okay. Yeah. Wargaming is now just listing out all of the Brat Pack movies, all the he did Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah, it's. Oh, Brian McWhirter says he'd want Kermit the Frog to do.
That would be a good one, actually. That would actually be a fun one. And everyone on the planet loves Kermit.
Peck says leave Marvin.
All right.
Alex Vixen has an interesting one. Vincent Price co-hosting with Gabriel Iglesias.
Ooh.
Such a strange combo. I have a feeling Vincent Price would be so confused by Gabriel Iglesias.
I don't even know who Gabriel Iglesias is.
He's a stand-up comedian. He's like a very large fellow. He's the one who says, "I'm not fat, I'm fluffy."
Oh, okay.
That guy. As a matter of fact,
Wargaming's got. I think Wargaming did Mr. Rogers. Yeah.
Okay. See, I was gonna do something like, someone I would like to see who would be able to talk about like films and like the aspects of it. I was like Roger Ebert. That's kind of where my head went. Even though he, wasn't an entertainer in the fact that like he'd be able to like, do like the comedy bits and that type of thing. But it would be one of those things where I'd want him to, talk about, aspects of filmmaking in the films as he was presenting, as he was talking, as he was, not presenting, as he was hosting, the history of cinema and that type of thing. From like an entertainer's perspective, I'd want Billy Crystal to come back. I know he hasn't done it for years because it's, he's kind of done with that whole scene, but I do miss him. Tom Jones? What?
Is Tom Jones still going, by the way?
Is Tom Jones still going? I gotta imagine he probably has like a. Knowing Tom Jones, he probably has like a residency in Vegas or something, Oh, Wargaming, do a basically, if we could bring back anybody, do a Billy Crystal, Whoopi Goldberg, and Robin Williams, basically oh God, what was the name of their comedy show, or their comedy event that they did? Comedy Relief. Thank you. I was sitting here going like, what the hell was the name of that thing that they did together, the three of them? Yeah, basically have a Comedy Relief reunion. Hell Yes, that would be amazing. Obviously, Robin's dead, and both Whoopi and Billy are doing their own things now. But if you could get like a redo of them, that would be amazing. Oh, interesting. Princess Strigga saying a comedy duos like Chris Farley and John Candy. Interesting, because their styles of comedy were so different. That would be a very interesting. You know what would be really sweet though, actually? You know what would be really cool as an Oscar hosting? If you could get Dave Thomas and Rick Moranis to do a Bob and Doug McKenzie reunion for an award show hosting. That would be awesome. Or Magnificent Account coming in with Wayne and Garth with Dana Carvey and Mike Myers. That would be kind of funny too. Exactly. Yeah, very similar to that. Dave Thomas of Wendy's fame? I don't know. Do I need to? Does Dave Thomas do commercials for Wendy's? I don't watch commercials, so I don't know because I don't watch TV. We don't have TV.
No, we don't have a TV service.
What are we talking about? Wendy's and the Burger King would be amazing. Ronald McDonald and the King from Burger King. Now we're just getting into weird fast food things. Hold on now. Actually, as a matter of fact, that actually reminds me of an image that I saw that I loved. Somebody did a piece of art that they called the Fast Food Mafia. I don't know if I'll be able to remember the artist, but I think the artist's name is right on it. I'm gonna actually share the link to this picture.
Yeah, share the link, and then
I love this thing. I love this thing. They basically, the Fast Food Mafia, they drew characters as if they were like, imagine like a, Godfather era.
Robert Jack in the Box. I'm a big fan of Jack in the Box, by the way. Panda Churning and Pan.
So Panda Express.
BK the King.
Burger King, yeah.
Ron the Don McDonald. That scares me. He's some crazy shit like that.
With Grimace and Birdie.
Yeah. Papa John, fuck that guy. Queen DJ. These are cool.
Oh yeah, Dairy Queen, yeah.
Chihuahua, hala, hua. You know what you are?
Chihuahua.
Okay.
That's a Taco Bell.
Carlito. Little Caesar get little. I love it. The Colonel Sanders. Troy the Trojan and Katie. What's this one?
That's the one I don't know actually.
Yeah. Wendy Gwendolyn. The Subway Boys. Okay, yeah.
The Fat Jared and Skinny Jared.
Yeah, exactly. And Babyface Bob. What's Babyface Bob?
That'd be Bob's Big Boy.
Is what?
Bob's Big Boy.
Bob's Big Boy. I don't know that one.
Bob's. It's one of those things where I don't actually think it's
I think you could put like several of these into Cyberpunk 2077 and they would not be out of place, you know what I mean?
Oh no, and I apologize. Actually, Babyface is actually, because I'm looking it up, because I guess Quiznos had commercials about with a talking baby that they named Bob.
Oh, they did. That's Quiznos. Okay.
And then Troy the Trojan and Katie, that's the Sonic Drive-In. That's why she looks
Sonic.
like a... Yeah.
Okay.
So
I like Sonic. I'm a big fan of Sonic. Magnificent Pex is saying we're almost into a celebrity deathmatch territory. Yeah, that was a good show.
what's Cyberpunk Red wargaming? Oh, thanks, Strega, for the. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm not
What's going
familiar.
on?
She linked the Wendy's Dave Thomas, and there's a guy holding a Wendy's tray with like a fries and a Coke and a burgers, and I guess his name is Dave Thomas as well. I wasn't sure. So Cyberpunk Red is the new edition of the Cyberpunk RPG.
So, Wargame, why were you going blog? Is you just not got any interest in Cyberpunk? What's going on?
And then Miss J put out two truths and a lie here.
Oh, I'd love to hear what Miss J one.
Let's see. So here we go. Number one, I was the first baby to be ultrasounded in the town I was born in. Number two, if cheese is even slightly blue, I'm not touching it, let alone eating it. And then three, I used to play the trombone, and in one orchestra was the entire brass section all by myself.
All right. That's a difficult one. They all sound plausible. I'm gonna go false, true, true. And this is opposite of Wargaming Recon, so I've already lost.
I'm gonna say she's a blue cheese fiend. I'm going true, false, true. And I will be right back.
Okay, bye. You know, the original Harlech Castle actually has this whole area down below, and there's like a little wharf. I kind of want to have a wharf here. I think it'd be visually very interesting, but then it has this whole wall that comes up. And I kind of don't want to do a wall, you know what I'm saying? I don't want this other wall going on. Maybe we just do the wharf with some stairs coming up. That's what I'm going to do. I don't want another wall. I feel like it would be a big distraction. So I'm going to get rid of the wall. And I'm going to get rid of the tower. We're just going to have a little dock with some stairs coming up. And then if you want to get into the castle, you come in through the front fucking door like everyone else, you fucking peasant. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, just walking path. Right, exactly. Move the tower. I don't even know if we should have a tower. Maybe the tower at the top of the stairs. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. It is a pretty little tower, isn't it? I think we'll move it. And we'll have a little wharf at the bottom, some stairs coming up with little stone steps on it. It'll be cute as a little button. And you got to go through the tower at the top. Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, in PEX, the me popping out of existence, I have discovered that in order for me to step away from my desk graciously. I need to cover my webcam because me getting up and leaving my chair is obnoxious. And then not only that, but the virtual background of Zoom doesn't always activate. So sometimes I'm walking away from my desk and Zoom's like, hey, we're going to show that, even though you have a virtual background. It's like, but why though? So, okay, the answers. True, false, true. She was indeed the first baby to be ultrasounded in the entire country.
Oh,
they had just got one and decided that my mom, being European, wouldn't be as scared of it as the local ladies. So they tested it on me. Also, that she loves blue cheese, but Stilton is not getting anywhere near me. Okay. And that she did indeed play trombone when she was in school, and at her last school, no one else played brass instruments well enough for the school play. So
wait, aren't all of those true?
No, because she did say that she would not touch blue cheese at all.
Okay.
And that's the false one. She loves blue cheese. That's what I was calling.
Okay. Yeah, I love blue cheese. Blue cheese is good.
So Strega and I got that one. Yay. It is definitely coming along quite nicely, though, the map.
This? Yeah. Well, I think we'll finish this tomorrow. And then I think we're going to move on to this. We're going to clean that up. That will actually be pretty quick. Then that just leaves the Greater Castle. And we're doing the Greater Castle from above. Because, fuck, have we done some isometric or elevated views? And I'm not doing an elevated view of a Greater Castle because we will be here for all of 2021. I love Stilton. Stilton, blue, Danish blue. I love any blue cheese.
While I like blue cheese, I never seek it out, if that makes any sense.
Wargaming, that's the one we're going to do. That's the one we're going to do, because that's a fucking awesome castle. Sorry, Jack, you can continue. I'm just getting my castle porn on the go.
No, it's all good. No, I was just commenting that while I like blue cheese, I'd never seek it out. Like, if it's there, I'll eat it, but it's usually not the one that I myself will pick. I like Manchego, Parmesan, and Drunken Goat are my top 3.
Wargame's trying to link me to something here, I think, but the link got the brokens.
Holy link size, Batman.
I'm gonna try it.
He posted a shorter one.
This is what he linked to? What the hell is this?
Rotten cheese.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Oh, wait a minute. This has got like worms and shit in it? No. Look, I get it. In medieval times, if your food has gone off and you have to eat it anyway, and you do, and you go, that's not bad. Cool. You're eating white maggots, and it goes, you know what? It's not too bad. Extra protein, right, darling? Okay, cool on you, because otherwise you're gonna die. I get it. But this is the 21st century. I don't have to eat maggot cheese. I'm not going to. No, I love cheese. I'm not gonna eat maggot cheese. No, that's disgusting. It's not a delicacy. It's maggot cheese. Fuck off.
Sorry, dude. I gotta side with her on that one.
That's like mank.
That's real gross. That's real gross. Yeah, the people who discovered it are the ones who are trying to convince you that it's a delicacy, so you'll buy it. So you say, would you rather have the maggot cheese or peanut butter?
Maggot cheese.
You'd eat the maggot cheese over peanut butter?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
I was gonna say, you are a liar, madam. You are a liar.
There's so I mean, there's a big part of our food culture that is absolutely based in necessity from the past, right? You look at something like stew or shepherd's pie, and these are things where you've got these scraps and odds and ends and bits and bobs. You throw them in a pot, or you throw them here and you throw some potato on the top. Good, because these are the odds and odds and ends that you've got. These are your leftovers. Bubble and squeak is leftovers. So much food is just like necessity thrown in a pan. And if you really truly thought about the desperation of people even 200, 300, certainly older than that, I mean, this is where a lot of our food comes from. Maggoty cheese is part of that. It's not a fucking delicacy, it's necessity. Because someone back then had a whole bunch of cheese, probably in a cellar somewhere, it went off, they gotta eat something. It was probably a cheese fucking storage in a village, and they had a bad harvest, and they have to start tapping into something, and it's off. The cheese is off. Rats have got to it, maggots have got to it, but what else have we got to eat? It's desperation. It's not fucking delicacy. They may spin it and turn it around as delicacy, but it is desperation. A pig digging up truffles, that honestly, you may as well dig up a fucking carrot as far as a medieval person is concerned back then. This is food on my plate, I need to eat it. My pig just dug it up, but I'm more hungry than he is, so I just wrestled it off him. Also, I ate my pig. You know what I'm saying? So, delicacy, my fat ass. Bodie Gazilla. I love you, man. I've been thinking about you.
And Dungeon Tomb, hello!
And Dungeon Tomb, too. Bodie Gazilla comes in, though, of course, with maggots and cheese. Yum. No, bad, Bodie. Bad. It's good to have you back, my friend. I've been thinking about you quite a bit recently. Bodie, I don't think you've seen much of this at all. I think the last time you were here, we were drawing the images at the top. I think if I remember correctly, we were drawing this one. But we have kind of branched out a little bit. We've started doing these weird elevated views and cutout views. Somehow I got roped into doing that. Then we got more of a top-down view, military camp, Roman, hoo-ha-hoo. Now we're doing this one. It is a castle. This is the castle view. And then we'll have a greater castle, and we're going to do Crack de Chevalier. It's good to have you here, Bodie. Really good to have you here. And thank you very much. Thank you. I've actually been streaming a little bit longer tonight, but I'm going to keep on going a little bit because Bodie's here, and we all love Bodie Gazilla. But Jack's got to hook me up with a drink because fuck, what's going on? Okay, so what about Sanaki? Would you be willing to eat it? I can barely pronounce it, never mind eat it.
You don't need to do a link, but you could at least just like type in what it is.
A princess, you did a zoom. But this is looking really good. We're really, really, really close to colouring this, by the way. Really close. And I am really excited to get the colouring brushes out. Because we were colouring Locatoy recently, it actually it tapped into something. It kind of said, hey, you remember colouring? And I was like, oh yeah, I love this shit. So I am really, really, really excited to start colouring this map. We gotta get this one done. I actually think this will be quick. There's a few things I want to clean up on this map, but otherwise it's good to go. And then this one, we got to get this bad boy done. that will be a couple of sessions. I think this might take us out to the end of the year, which means 2021 is when we're going to start colouring. I think that's what we're looking at. But I'm really happy with these 3 here. I'm really happy with these. We've done something we don't normally do, you know what I'm saying? Bodhi, no worries, my friend, no worries. PM me anytime you like. Sanaki Jingaku is fried fish eyes in squid ink sauce, says Wargaming Recon. Chew the Sanaki Jingaku. Fried fish eyes in squid ink sauce.
No, it's a
lot. Shh. Otherwise, it could potentially kill you by obstructing your airway with fish eyes.
You did see what it was, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The feeling of its suction cups, which fish eyes have suction cups, if you didn't know. That's how they stick to the inside of the socket. And that's how, by the way, true story, that's how shoggoths are made. Look at Rico, it's an octopus!
Yeah, I have no interest in eating anything that's still alive, personally.
No, not at all. I feel, honestly, so this is going to be, this is going to seem like a real cowardly eater. But, I mean, I get vegetarians, okay? I get that they don't want an animal to suffer, they don't feel like they want to kill an animal, and so on and so forth. I understand that, 100%, I truly do. But likewise, if I'm going to eat meat, let's say out of just the arguments of our teeth arrangement, or just hunting for animals, bringing them down, but eating what you need, not killing for sport, why would I then want to take that one step further and have the fucking animals suffer as part of that? I mean, it becomes barbaric. It becomes barbaric. It's like one thing for me to eat, venison or something. It's one thing for a hunter to go out and kill a deer and have it prepped and bring back meat and share the meat and for me to eat that meat. That's one thing. But it's something else altogether to eat the fucking deer while it's still alive and just watch it suffer. No. I honestly, I have a hard fucking time with that shit. Big time. I just think it's barbaric. I think it's disgusting.
Alex Vick said was doing commented on a little thing. So he's talking about we were talking about foods and stuff. She has a mental image of 3 people on a rock holding an opened oyster amongst them, looking at it. One of them going, "You try it." The other one going, "No, you." And then, "I'll try it. I'm fucking starving." And then doesn't die after eating it. Ooh, they're edible.
Dungeon Tomb. Sorry about the hospital and everything. Hit me up off stream. You know my channels. Just hit me up, my friends. You've been a supporter for a long time. I'll look after you. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about subbing to me. Don't worry about bagging me. I got your back, bro. Okay? You're good to go. No, anything that's still clinging to life, anything that is, no, it's just, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's one of those. I know, and I know it's slightly, hypocritical because I know I love animals and I don't want anything, animals to have anything cruel to happen to them, but I will still eat them. But I don't want my food to look like the thing it was. So I don't like shrimp, especially if they still have the heads and the legs, and the tail on shrimp bothers me. I don't eat shrimp at all because shrimp are the bugs of the ocean, and they are basically the Roombas of the ocean floor, so they can get the fuck out. But yeah, like I've never been a fan of like fish that serve that still has the head or the tail, like with the bones in it. You're just getting the meat off. Not a fan. I want my fish to be like, I'm all for like, when I was younger, going camping, one of my siblings is really into fishing, and they would fish and it'd be perfectly fine. And then they would come back and they would gut the fish and take out the bones and chop off the head and then would serve it. I would have a piece of the fish once all that stuff was gone and it was cooked and as it was now just a piece of meat. But like the actual fish of it, I'm like, I don't want that, because there's some people that just take the fish and like will throw that on the fire, and then will like eat it off of the cooked body, and I'm like, nah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. All right, Miss J.
All right, we are going to be ending the stream here shortly, by the way. I think this is a great point on our map. We really are looking pretty damn good, I think. We're going to make these be steps coming down, by the way. We're going to have this be like all like cliff face coming down here. I actually feel pretty confident about finishing this map tomorrow night, which will be great, because that's actually a little faster than I was anticipating. But this has been fun. Just hanging, drawing these repetitious battlements as we go, these crenellations. We do still have a little bit of work to do. We got to get like our battlement area right up here and so on and so forth. But and we got to get a hanging banner right here, for Green Loontoon. But we're looking pretty good. I'm actually quite happy with this. So, with that said, anything that you've redeemed tonight that we have not actually done, don't worry about it. We will pick it up again tomorrow. So, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We will be picking up on this map and we will be finishing the castle. On Wednesday, we're going to continue colouring Locatoy. Thursday night, being Thanksgiving, we're probably going to skip that stream. But I'm going to pick it up on Friday, timing TBD, and we're going to do part 2 of the Gym Kitchen D&D game, which isn't D&D because we're playing Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. So if you happened to see that stream last time and would like to see the next one and see where this thing's going, because we're in Fairy Kingdom, Friday apparently is, I think, when it's going to happen, and we will stream that. So that's our schedule for this week. I want to thank all of you for hanging out with me tonight. I really love it. I really appreciate it, and I know part of it is because of Jack right here. Thank you,
Hello.
Jack.
Of course, I love being here.
I love the dynamic when you're around. It's the Monday night with Jack Cole. So with that said, all of you Twitch subscribers, you Patreon backers, thank you very, very much. A huge amount of love to all of you, and I really mean that. We're trying to build something here, and you are the foundation of making that happen. So thank you. We're back tomorrow night. We're going to continue drawing the Trollord Games Castle Keeper's Guide map. We're going to finish that goddamn castle. Until then, all of you cool peeps, have a great one, and I'll see you on the flip side. Say goodbye, Jack.
Bye, Jack.
That